Yeah. This your boy T Nasty, and I got another dope video for y'all. It's 10 wrestlers WWE shouldn't bring back. I got a feeling I'm gonna disagree with a couple of them. Just because I'm a wrestling fan. I've been watching wrestling since I was a kid. Like, I come and go now, but I still watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, now that Triple H is in charge, I definitely watch just to see what he does different and what he tries to improve on, because Vince would just, the dude would just letting people go. He ain't giving people shots. Like, that whole NXT thing, what Triple H had going on, and he was making stars in NXT, it seemed like Vince was like kind of like, you know, pissed that, oh, I'll show you that they ain't nothing, and he'll pretty much bury him on the main roster and stuff. Like, you can see it, you know what I'm saying? It was like so obvious. Like a hit row. I guess they was hot in NXT, and they came to the main roster in like one vignette, and I think they appeared one time, and next thing you know, the whole squad got fired. Not just one, but the whole squad. And those dudes look like, well, two of them look like athletes, right? Keith Lee was big in the independent, and he buried him. Ricochet was huge in the independent scene, put on great matches, and he buried him. But I'm gonna leave that for another video. Matter of fact, I'm gonna try to do like a Vince McMahon against other wrestlers type podcast, dealio, whatever. I'm gonna do that for y'all, because I kind of want to vent, and I'm not gonna try to do it on this video. But if you like this content, this type of content, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you want to see me react to other stuff, because like everything is pretty much copyrighted right now, so like let your boy know in the comment section what you want to see me react to. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get to this reaction.
Now, ever since Triple H took control of WWE Creative, he's brought back a number of released talents. From Karrion Kross to Dakota Kai, these wrestlers are now getting a second chance under brand new leadership. With there being extensive reports that Triple H
I don't know much about Dakota Kai.
Talents who were misused under the old regime, there's a push to see.
I know she's been wrestling for a long time.
WWE. However, there are those wrestlers that WWE maybe should avoid bringing back at all costs. But which ones are they? Well, join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 wrestlers
he was on the roster for way too long, bro.
Ever bring back.
He was funny, and I think like if creative will like pick his lane that he's supposed to be in, I think Mojo Rawley went alright, but like
follow us on Facebook for
they didn't know what to do with that dude. He's like
Sarah Logan. Sarah Logan was mostly known for her time in the Riot Squad, but outside of her being a member of the aforementioned group, Logan didn't really make an impact during her time in WWE.
Well, that's not her fault either, though.
From WWE in 2020.
That's not her fault though, because she didn't belong in the Riot Squad. Now Liv and Ruby is perfect for each other because they like punk rock look. Fucking Sarah Logan was a fucking Viking.
But she is said to be on good terms with the company. This explains why Logan has appeared a number of times since her release.
That's her space right there, bro.
2022 Royal Rumble. Now, there may be a push under the new regime to see Logan be brought back.
I think I'm gonna pause a lot in this one.
This may be considered a wasted investment. Logan was in the WWE for years and never managed to get over. Bringing her back won't suddenly change this, and unless Logan has suddenly and drastically improved in the ring, WWE
she was
may
nice.
be better off bringing back
the best, but she was nice.
The women's division.
I don't even know who that is. All right, Sarah Logan. Like, you don't have to bring her back in a wrestling role if you don't want to, but like she would be like a perfect manager for the Viking Raiders. You know what I'm saying? And then she can work a little bit too. So like that'd be perfect for like mixed tags and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I think she'd be good with her husband in the Viking Raiders, bro.
Number 9, Lars Sullivan. During his time in NXT, Lars Sullivan
this dude
was
right here
heavily
stay away.
pushed. It was clear that Triple H saw great value in Sullivan, and this explained why he was always presented as a credible and legitimate threat.
I think he
had a disastrous main roster run, as it was revealed that
that dude was like
shared his
racist.
controversial and
And think he did like porn or some shit like that.
Years ago.
Gay porn.
He was fined and was forced to attend sensitivity training. In early 2021,
I think he had like
from WWE.
anxiety issues and so.
Anxiety. With Triple H being a big fan of Sullivan in NXT, there was a small possibility that the game could look to bring him back into the mix.
Nah, I think he's more trouble than he's worth.
Sullivan has a lot of demons, and his in-ring
a lot of demons, bro.
To write home about. Ultimately, bringing back the former NXT star to the main roster wouldn't help the company in any way, shape, or form. Number 8, the IIconics. Following their WWE releases in 2021, Peyton Royce... Before
I even hear anything from this dude right here, bro, the IIconics, like, they are terrible workers, right? But they got better as the years progressed and stuff. But their charisma alone is amazing, bro. They're funny. The charisma's off the charts. Of course you bring them back, bro.
Royce and Billy Kane, known as the IIconics,
they don't have to be like really wrestlers, bro.
They had a successful run in the company, and WWE
they can be trolls
in regards to the Royal Rumble, but they turned it down.
But they can work though.
There's a possibility that Triple H could look to bring back both talents into the company, as the women's tag team division needs elevating. But are the IIconics the right team to do this?
And another thing too, that you also got to remember, like Vince didn't push these girls like it was supposed to be pushed. Like when it was hot, they supposed to be pushing the moon. Yeah, they got the tag team championships around their waist and stuff. But how many matches they had when they was tag team champions? You know what I'm saying? So don't put that all on those girls. Like Creative and Vince had a lot to do with them girls not being successful.
IIconics have never been known for their in-ring work, and it's unlikely that the duo would have been able to have
terrible workers, but so was Hulk Hogan
of the women's tag division. Number 7.
Bronson his moveset, anyways.
Before his surprising release in 2021,
I don't know who this
Reed
is.
Was one of the top baby faces in NXT. However, it was when Reed was getting ready to be called up to the main roster where the problems began. Vince McMahon wasn't a fan of Reed's work, and he decided to outright release him. Triple H put a ton of effort into getting Reed over in NXT, and it was destroyed by the former chairman.
Exactly, Vince.
Contact with Reed to discuss the possibility.
Vince did like nobody that Triple H had worked with.
Yeah, anyway, Reed is enjoying running New Japan Pro Wrestling, and he's finding himself as a performer.
Samoa Joe is one of them, bro.
A number of years in Japan before finally.
TNA Samoa Joe was great. Yeah, Samoa Joe got older or whatever, but he didn't.
Number 6, Lana.
And his mic work.
Lana received a substantial push throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, as her ongoing feud with Nia Jax was heavily featured on Raw, but no matter how many matches Lana wrestled in, she just didn't have what it took to be a top female talent in the company. She was released in 2021, and then since then, she's taken a step back from the crazy world of pro wrestling.
She don't need to be a wrestler, bro.
She's become extremely successful since leaving WWE and has actually become a millionaire. Hopefully, Lana's new ventures lead to great personal success, as she certainly
she don't need to wrestle, bro.
Lana isn't a name that Triple H should consider bringing back. WWE needs fantastic in-ring talents, and Lana sadly doesn't fit this criteria. Number 5, the Velveteen Dream. Now, at one point in time, the Velveteen Dream was considered to be one of the brightest young stars in all of WWE. He was one of the top stars in NXT and even considered for a high-profile feud with John Cena. However, in 2020, this all changed. Dream was accused of sending indecent images to a minor, and this was followed by allegations of grooming. For the next few months, they insisted that there was no
that's true, then don't bring it back.
They continued to feature Dream on television. However, in May of 2021, Dream would be released to the delight of many WWE fans who had been clamoring for his departure ever since the allegations surfaced. Now, Dream struggles to obtain any bookings due to the serious allegations. There have been rumors predominantly on social media that Dream could be considered for a WWE comeback, but unless WWE want to face severe
if they're not true, bro,
he should be avoided at all costs. Number 4, Jaxson
I just like
Ryker.
He was a really good wrestler to me.
Jaxson Ryker made a ton of enemies. Ryker was extremely right-wing, and he was unashamed to share these controversial viewpoints across his social media platforms.
Yeah, that dude had a look.
In 2019, Ryker claimed that the Black Lives Matter movement was garbage, and a number of WWE talent naturally took issue with what Ryker was saying.
Yeah,
he was
sometimes you have to just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Vince McMahon was actually a big fan of him. McMahon gave Ryker a substantial push and expected to get him over as a babyface. Due to budget cuts, Ryker was released from WWE in 2021.
Just gotta shut the fuck up, bro.
That Ryker shouldn't be considered for a comeback ever. Triple H bringing him back would be terrible for talent.
To all y'all out there, it's freedom of speech, right? Our constitutional right. You know what I'm saying? Our constitution's right. You can say whatever you want to, but it's consequences. That doesn't mean the company you work for don't have to let your ass go because of what you said. Like, you free to say whatever you want to. You ain't gonna go to jail for it, but you can get fired from your job.
Morale, and bringing someone as hateful as Ryker back wouldn't be the best look for Triple H's new era.
It's crazy, bro.
Braun Strowman. When it was announced that Braun Strowman had been released from WWE in 2021, it took everyone by surprise. Strowman was one of the WWE's top stars and had just been featured in a WWE title program.
Braun Strowman, like I said, I'll pause a lot of this one, but Braun Strowman had the look, got the size. His mic work wasn't the greatest, and his charisma wasn't the greatest, but he had the look. It's Kratos' problem, reason why Braun Strowman ain't still with the WWE. And now, if you see my boy now, dude, my boy is ripped. He put that work in. Of course, bring him back, because he actually looks like a fucking monster now, bro.
Now, his release came down to budget cuts as
I didn't hear
Strowman was
this
one of
shit.
the highest paid talents in the entire company. Now, a Strowman return may be considered, but what can he truly add to WWE? Outside of his epic rivalry with Roman Reigns a number of years ago, most of Strowman's WWE work fell flat. It also doesn't help that Strowman has
That wasn't his fault, though.
Points, such as the time he criticized independent wrestlers
WrestleMania.
for financial help during the pandemic. Strowman is a key part of the Control Your Narrative brand, and Strowman is better off sticking to appearances in this promotion rather than gearing up for a WWE.
I don't know about this one, bro.
Number 2, Eva Marie. In
Of course.
2021, it was announced that WWE had re-signed Eva Marie. This was a baffling decision as Marie's first run wasn't exactly great, and the in-ring work was below average. She would be paired with Doudrop, and this pairing did no favors to Doudrop. Marie would have a number of matches.
I don't think it did no favors with both of them, bro.
A disastrous match with Alexa Bliss at SummerSlam. She was eventually released in November 2021 due to
Wrestler?
budget cuts, but
No.
WWE had completely wasted time and money with bringing up
Wrestler, no.
the company. She should have never been considered
But like a
for another run
manager?
again. Even though WWE clearly thinks that Marie is marketable, this isn't the 1990s
She's very,
anymore.
she is very marketable, and I think she should be like a manager or something, bro.
And number 1, Nia Jax. Now, in terms of problematic wrestlers, Nia Jax is certainly at the top of the list. During her WWE career, Jax attained a reputation for being reckless and unsafe in the ring. But this all began when Jax broke Becky Lynch's nose in 2018. She did this with a closed fist punch, and from this point onwards, Jax just became even more dangerous in the ring. Although recklessness was heavily criticized, WWE continued to feature in a prominent role, but that was until 2021 when she was released. Fans were quick to sympathize with Jax after she claimed that WWE fired her.
She really didn't have it.
Health break.
So much potential, bro, but I think
from Jax, and
she didn't have it here.
Released her due to Jax's outright refusal to get vaccinated.
She just didn't have it here, bro.
Was required by WWE talent as they are a wrestling company that travels the world, and Jax refusing to get the vaccine would mean that she wasn't eligible for several international appearances. Jax creates problem after problem, and WWE should avoid ever bringing her
That's what I'm talking about. That's that type of shit.
Attitude, and judging by her conduct on social media, this attitude isn't going to be adjusted.
Some people just don't want it, bro.
But they have it, folks. 10 wrestlers at WWE.
Like Jax, she's the one that they shouldn't bring back, bro. Because she did hurt a lot of women. And honestly, I felt like when it happened to Becky, I think that shit was like on some jealous shit. I'm not even playing. It was on some jealous shit. And I think she hit her for real. I think she gave Becky a stiff one. And thanks to her though, that actually blew Becky up. That's when she became the man. But some of them I disagree with. Like some of them, like you can bring back in manager roles, like Sarah Logan. And if you was to bring Eva Marie back, she should be like a manager. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nice little thing. Like you can find something for her. I mean, you really don't have with Eva Marie. You really don't have to. But like, if you was to bring her back, it's a place for her. You know what I'm saying? But I disagree with Adam. And who else I disagree with? I forget, whatever. But anyways, that's the end of the video, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the content, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the reaction, man. Let your boy know what you want me to react to next. If you want me to keep reacting to WWE stuff, AEW stuff, like Your boy is versatile. You know what I'm saying? I can rap to anything because I enjoy everything. You know what I'm saying? Music. I'm versatile. I like all genres, movies, whatever, bro. Just let your boy know in the comments. Damn it. Tired y'all like leaving comments, bro. Leave me some fucking comments. But it's your boy T Nasty. Holla at your boy, and I'm out.